Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to welcome you all along today, and I would like to say thank you to our First Nations people, the Worimi people, on whose land I'm making this video at this stage. Okay, continuation, part 2 of yesterday's video. I'll try and be a little bit quicker because there's a lot of ground still to cover. Secret Service going forward, the head of the Secret Service is a Trump appointee, James Murray. He was appointed in May of 2019. I just want to have a quick look to see where that's going. Lindsay, DeSantis. Well, DeSantis is still in the spotlight, but we haven't heard a lot about Gaetz lately. Matt Gaetz lately. He's been very quiet for his trafficking, his spreading of the big lie, etc. So we'll see. But it's more about the underage. Put it simply, the Matt Gaetz paedophilia and human trafficking. We'll have a look at that. Josh Hawley. I'll start with Josh Hawley because he's a simple one. Have they got more in store? Has the January 6th Commission, because to be honest, aside from it being hilarious and some light comic relief, one does have to wonder if that was their showing of him fist pumping and then fleeing was planting a seed that they're going to have more come out about Mr. Hawley. Is he up for election in these midterms? Don't know. Let's have a look. What's in store for Josh Hawley? First of all, I'll ask, is the GOP using my tripping weight because he's an idiot? Did I say that? Naughty me. Has January the 6th committee got more on Josh Hawley? Just a yes, no, yes, no. January 6th committee got more on Josh Hawley. The January 6th committee got more on Josh Hawley. Right, let's have a look. Simple yes, no. Oh, yes. Okay. That's a simple yes, they do. They have some strength over him in regards to... Ooh. This is very much about a be careful what you wish for. It is the smug merchant. So he thinks he's gotten off. So yes, they do, but he thinks, oh well, that's because that's all they bought for. He's home and scot-free. Yes, humiliated. Made a lovely pack of memes. But he thinks he's sitting pretty. However, this is what he's facing, restriction. There is going to be this message come forward about what Josh is up to by the lawmakers, the January 6th committee, about the money that he received. And then we have the Star of Hope, which is super positive and celebration. So he is going to be made an offer to come forward that he's not going to like. Okay, he's going to be subpoenaed. Oh, he's not going to like that. From what I'm getting, he's going to be subpoenaed in regards to his links to the oligarchs, and these are the actual investigators, possibly DOJ. Whereas the King of Wands is the government arm of it. These are the actual leader investigations. He's going to find himself under investigation to links to oligarchs, which is going to be interesting. So yes, they do have more on him. Whether they'll actually bring it forward in January the 6th or whether they'll hand it over to the DOJ, we shall see. But I'll just do a general on Josh Hawley. Oh, the memes are hilarious. Tell Tell me about Josh. What does the future, past, present, future for Josh Hawley? Past, present and future. We'll whip through it quickly. Past, present and future for Josh Hawley. Did like that restricted. I did like that subpoena. He's not going to like it. He thinks he's off scot-free, but he's not. Tell me about the future of Josh Hawley. Tell me about. There you go, that feels right. Okay, let's see how we go. Two of Cups. Okay, it's about his. It's all about. So the signifier is all about. I mean, I know it says make love, not war, but it's all about his relationships, his giving and receiving of financial help. So this is what's in store for Mr. Hawley. At the base, we have the Star of Hope. Now, this is not for Josh. This is for about the rebalancing of the democratic system, of all that is best about the United States. It is about restoration of what is good. In the past, we had a crossroads of the truth. He was at a crossroads of the truth, and the one he chose may see him under some form of restriction. Now, some people call this the wedding card or the celebration card. I actually see this card in most decks as, like if you have a look at them, you've got the two people in the middle there. Everybody else is walking away. So these two are left as isolated, surrounded by these four wands of messages that are coming forward under the sun. So it can mean celebration and community and stuff, but not in this particular deck. It's actually about being hemmed in by the information that's coming forward. Immediate future, temperance, a move back to moderation. Thank you. Okay, externally, this is for Josh Hawley. Externally, it is the end of a cycle for him. Internally, do I need to explain that card? He knows he's done. He knows he's done. Hopes and fears, restriction. Here's Liz Cheney. An offer being made. Victory for the truth. He's going to find himself out in the cold due to his moral corruption. It's as simple as that. Josh Hawley. I don't know, is he up for election at the midterms? I didn't look, but yeah, death, restriction, out in the cold. That's about as good as it gets. Okay, Josh Hawley. So yes, there is more to come out on him, whether it's brought up in front of the January 6th or not, because it is actually not insurrection stuff. It is DOJ stuff. And if you're ever doubting that the DOJ is doing anything, just remember the guy in his PJs with the Dawn Raid. Nobody had an inkling that that was coming. We won't know what's happening until it happens. The DOJ I've often said it's like they're trying to put together a 10,000 piece jigsaw puzzle where there's no image for them to look at, and it's all tiny little Pablo Picasso type paintings. So they are getting there. They will get there. And I think what's happening is there's actually going to be a floodgate come on. Okay. Thank you, Meister. Thank you for the question. Are we going to see a rush of action by the DOJ? Just a couple of cards, please. Are we going to see a rush of action? It just feels like I don't know if anyone else feels it out there, any of my viewers, let me know if you do. I just feel like it's building up to culmination. And as I said, we won't know what's happening until it's actually happening. Will there be a rush of action by the DOJ? Will there be they have all these charges. Is it charges that are sealed? I can't think of what they actually called it. It's not subpoenas, is it? Is it subpoenas? But it's actual charges that are sealed, that they're just waiting for the last pieces to fall into place before they unseal them and act. But will we see by the end of the year, will we see a rash of action by the DOJ? Will we see a rash of action by the DOJ? Damn straight we will by the end of the year. Damn straight. Oh, look at the ram's head on the top. I love it. Yes. Fiery information coming out. New start. A lot of information coming out. They are working their backsides off behind the scenes to pull it all together, to build the foundation. But yes, it is an ending, and it will lead to restriction. Okay, I'll bring you down so you can actually see them. It will be restriction for those that fell under the energy of this devil. Well, if that's the devil, who's this guy? I'll have to go through them and have a look. That might be the moon card. I'll have to go through them and have a look. I thought that was the devil. No, I haven't pulled him before in this deck. But yeah, they are working their backsides off behind the scenes, ready to make this dramatic action in regards and restrict those who fell under this devil energy, and they will have victory. So, base of the pack is some disappointment. They may not get everybody we were hoping they would get for everything that we were hoping they would get them. But we do have this going back to a simpler times. So, yeah, by the end of the year, there will be a rash of action. So, okay, that regret card is some stuff still not happening by the end of the year. Okay, who am I looking at next? Oh, Lindsay Graham. Okay, so Lindsay Graham has been subpoenaed by Fannie Willis of the Fulton County to appear as a witness in regards to the Georgia election fraud that has been brought against Trump. He has been, he claims that he's going to fight it in court, the subpoena. I mean, if he had nothing to hide, then what's the problem? So that he doesn't have to turn up. But, so he's along with six lawyers. So you've got Rudy, you've got Chesbro, you've got Eastmark. What's his name? You know, that dude. And three others have all been subpoenaed as well. Rudy apparently has just had a double stent put in. So I don't know whether he'll physically make it, but we'll see. So what happens is the subpoenas are issued by Fannie Willis. She has permission to issue the subpoenas. So it has gone to court in Georgia. So the subpoenas then go to a judge that is in the local area of those that are being subpoenaed. So it'll go to the local judge in Lindsay Graham's home town or whatever home area, state, and that local judge will then assess if he is necessary as a witness and whether it will cause him undue trauma to actually appear. Now, when they say trauma, they're not talking undue duress to appear. They're not talking about emotional. Old Lindsay, the old flip-flopper. They're talking about financially, like can they physically, are they the sole carer of, 3 children, and therefore to travel would be difficult? Can they afford to travel there? Can they take the time off work, etc. So I don't think Lindsay's going to get out of it on that angle, but whether it's the necessary witness, we shall see. So tell me. Oh yes, this is Lindsay, the mercenary. Moves with the wind. Flip-flops like a pair of, well, we call them thongs in Australia. They call them jandals in New Zealand, flip-flops in the US. He just goes with whichever way the wind is blowing, where he thinks he can make the most gratification. Oh yeah, and here's Trump. So we've had Lindsay and Trump. Okay. Now that's not Trump because he doesn't have money. He's not the wealthy King of Pentacles, but this is the image that he likes to portray of himself. Okay. Will Lindsay Graham end up having to comply with the subpoena? Let's have a look at that. Will Lindsay Graham end up having to comply with the subpoena? Will Lindsay Graham end up having to comply with the subpoena? Lindsay Graham end up having to comply with the subpoena. Let's have a look. Okay, it is a crossroads at the moment. Legally it is at a crossroads, so therefore it hasn't been decided as of yet. We've got this swamp behind this person. They've got their dark glasses on and aviator glasses and literally can't see, but it is a decision still needs to be made on it. He's going to fight it. So the truth is coming forward. He's going to find himself battling against the truth. There is celebration, and it is going to happen quickly, but I don't know which way it's going to go because we're at this crossroads. So we're at this crossroads, and straight below it is this fighting card. But so I'll do a full reading on Lindsay because this card's intriguing me. From what I'm seeing here, is I'm going to say that no, he's not going to win the court case against the subpoena, because things are going to move forward very quickly to a very definite ending. And this celebration, I think, is celebrating that he doesn't win. But we'll do a full reading on Lindsay and see where that goes, because it's a little bit dubious, because it could also be a celebration of Lindsay winning, and then he's getting out of town, then it's his downfall. I don't see him on the base of the deck. Complete and utter downfall. Disappointment. A spy in the camp, a message coming forward. The righteousness will win out. Okay, well that's giving me a little bit more clarification on the base there. Okay, tell me about Lindsay Graham. 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 There is a bombshell. Something really we haven't heard yet that's going to come out in regards to him, and even with that shuffle I've ended up with the death card on the bottom, and then justice, and the fool's gold, and a heavy burden. Okay, so that's interesting. Tell me about, so there's something we haven't heard yet that's going to be presented. Interesting. Tell me about Lindsay Graham, Lindsay Graham, Lindsay Graham, Lindsay Graham. Lindsay Graham. Oh, flip-floppy. Flap in the wind. Lindsay Graham. I thought he would have been more astute than this. If he had taken the path that Liz Cheney did, he would still have integrity and honour, but no. Lindsay Graham. Tell me about Lindsay Graham. Lindsay Graham. Right. Oh, you saw me shuffle. I poker shuffled, I shuffled, and yet we're still at this crossroads for him. Legal crossroads for him. In regards to the big lie, in regards to his betrayal, his sabotage, his deceit. Yep. Celebration at the bottom. Oh, man, I shuffled. Okay. There is something coming forward for Lindsay Graham really quickly, or it has already come forward, and I think it's the subpoena has come for him very quickly. We have this celebration at the base of the reading, whether it's us celebrating or him celebrating, I'm not sure, but he is at this crossroads in regards to this deceit. Here's my dark money card. Okay, immediate future. He's going to be disappointed in what's happened. He still has 2 cups left. He has this bridge to pass over, but he is disappointed in what's happened. Externally, yes. Externally, it's all about the rebalancing of democracy, the return to this unity. Internally, excuse me, we've got the Page of Swords, which is this. Someone's coming, there's going to be a message coming forward, a whistleblower that's going to bring this message about Lindsay. Sorry, I'll have to go and get a glass of water in a second. His hope and fear, the oligarchs. His connection to the oligarchs, money received. Wow. So this is telling us take massive attention to this outcome. The Ace of Wands. We are at a position where there is a new beginning. He's being investigated for his ties to this devil, and it is his downfall. Wow. And then on the base we've got the Magician. I find this quite interesting. We had this infighting here at the top of the deck. At the base of the deck we have this Magician. He's going to have to defend himself, and it is in regards to homeland security. Okay. See you, Lindsay. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, and return those flip-flops on as you pass the quarantine. Thank you very much. Okay. Who have we got next? Okay, let's have a look at Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz. We haven't heard anything about Mr. Gaetz for a while yet, so let's have a quick look. What's happening? I'll just do one Celtic cross because I don't actually have a question about him yet at the moment. He's been very quiet. There seems to be no movement, but as I said, when it happens, it's just going to be bam. There it is. And okay, thank you. Okay, the first question is when Gaetz goes down, because there is no if, it's when. When Matt Gaetz goes down, why do they all have this Ken Barbie doll look about them with the hair? When Matt Gaetz goes down, will he take DeSantis with him? When Matt Gaetz goes down, will he take DeSantis with him? When Matt Gaetz goes down, will he take DeSantis with him? Right, okay. Powerful, inspiring message coming forward, or inspired message coming forward. 2 knights. Knight of Cups. Yeah. So there's going to be this message come forward in regards to the connection of Gaetz and DeSantis. There is going to be something revealed that he is currently holding close to his chest. He's actually quite insecure about it at the moment. It's not that he's not sleeping, he's just anxious about holding his cards close to his chest and protecting what he has. But this is DeSantis. He's trying to control things, but there is going to be a whistleblower that's going to come forward and lead to his downfall. On the base we have the lawmakers celebrating burden and a murky underbelly being exposed, just yick coming to the surface, lots of yick coming to the surface, and when it comes it will come quickly. So that's a yes. But let's have a look at Matt Gaetz. Oh, split the decks. I've got that lots of yickiness being exposed, brought to the light, complete and utter downfall. So I'm going to say that's when Gaetz goes down. Yes, he is going to take DeSantis. There will be connections there that will take DeSantis with him. Ooh, yay! I hope I'm not projecting that. I hope it is full on real. Tell me about Matt Gaetz. What does the future hold for Matt Gaetz? 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 Okay, just prop you up a little bit further there, so here we go. Okay, happy families. The voter, the voter, the voter, the voter, wanting a fresh start. Is he up for the midterms? I don't know. I don't know that Gaetz is going to do particularly well in the midterms if this is the case. This is about the voter wanting a new start, new fresh blood in the system. Oh, God, that's an awful way to put it. Sorry about that. The Democrat might win. Oh, in the past. Okay, well, this is Matt Gaetz tied to this devil energy. We all knew that's a thing. But yeah, I'm thinking the voter is just, they're over it. They're just over it. And they're wanting something new. And they're looking at Biden. Now, here's Florida. That's interesting. Okay. Crowning this reading when I'm talking about Matt Gaetz is you've got Trump there. You've got Trump there as well. But this is the devil energy in the past. This is Trump still holding it over Gaetz. Now, one of my viewers pointed this out to me, and now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. If you have a look behind here, you've got the gate shut, and you've got spikes on the top of the gate. So this is reminiscent of, they pointed it out and said it looks like somebody in prison making license plates. And I can't not see that now. To me, that's in this particular deck, that's what this card means to me. Externally, he's been paid. It's where his money, it's about where his money came from. Internally, karma's coming to bite him on the bum. This is, exchanging for money for those in poverty, doling out money. This is really feeling like a human trafficking card right at this moment, and that's externally. His fortunes are about to change. Internally, he's going to find himself down the dial. Okay, hopes and fears. So we've got this calm, diplomatic female presence who just exudes compassion and calmness, but she has something in her cup. Now this is one of the few decks where the cup is not actually covered, but we can't see what is in the cup. So she's got something in that cup that is going to be revealed. She's looking at it. I don't know if my camera's good enough to focus, but have a look how intently she's looking at what's in that cup, almost with distaste. That is going to be revealed. Oh, well, don't need to explain that. Full illumination. Victory 4. And again, we have something coming forward really unexpected. Really, really a bombshell, unexpected, coming forward that is going to be his inevitable ending. Oh, and it's this yick. And he's going to be facing justice in regards to it. He's going to be disappointed with the outcome, and it's going to lead to his complete and utter downfall. And it's something that was in the past. Something that he did in the past. So, Charlesy and Matt Gaetz, you and Lindsay can have a going away party together. How about that? Okay, next I'm going to have a look at the Secret Service. What deck do you want me to use? I think he wants me to use this deck, which is my Gilded Tarot Royale. Well, it's not a political reading. Just want to have a look at the Secret Service going forward. Will James Murray be replaced? How about we start with that? He's the current head. He's a Trump appointee. The texts that went missing, and all of a sudden they suddenly seem to have turned up, but I don't think we, the public, will ever see them. And I have read on that, and I have said that yes, they will be found, but we won't ever get to know what was in them. Gosh, that was a couple of weeks ago I read on that. And all of a sudden, here they are. Wow, they just happen to be in my back pocket. Okay, will James Murray be replaced as the head of Secret Service once the midterms are over? Will James Murray be replaced as the head of Secret Service? Isn't it a pity that these are political appointments and not independent appointments of just the person who's best for the job, like they are in Australia? Yes, our system is flawed, but it's a heck of a lot better. Our politicians are kept very strictly to account. Doesn't mean there's not argy-bargy and yippy-yappy carry-on, but they are. Anyhow, sorry, squirrel, back on topic. James Murray. Will James Murray be replaced as the head of the Secret Service? Will James Murray be replaced as the head of the Secret Service? This is him at the moment. He is wounded in battle. He's in retreat. He knows his days are numbered. James Murray. Will James Murray be replaced as head of the Secret Service? We are at a crossroads in regards to this. There is a decision to be made. Okay, I'll rephrase that. Thank you, Master. Because at the moment, it is very much a crossroads of the truth. Will James Murray be replaced as head of the Secret Service after the midterms? After the midterms. Thank you. Try not to be too much longer. Yep, that's a yes. yes, 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 yes. So yes, this is Biden. Disappointment by James Murray. Disappointment. But yeah, we have the investigators here. Victory at the base. Oh, victory. Whistleblower. And he's not going to be happy with what he's been offered. But he's going to have no choice but to go. So yeah, he's going to be replaced after the midterms. Thank you very much. Right, last question. Okay, Secret Service going forward. Just tell me about the Secret Service. What is... I'm not even going to phrase it any different than that. Tell me about the Secret Service. Past, present, future, going forward. What does the future hold for the Secret Service? They've taken a real trust, honour, integrity battering over this. What does the future hold for the Secret Service? I'm seeing that there's a division in the Secret Service at the moment. There's the honourable ones who are trying to do the right thing, and they were the ones that wouldn't let Pence go in the car, or Pence didn't go in the car. Apparently it was because it wasn't his normal driver, so he didn't trust the driver that was put in there. So there's sort of the two camps in the Secret Service. Those that are there for the right purposes, and those that are there because it's a bully boy job. Don't know where that came from, a bully boy job. Anyhow, tell me about the Secret Service going forward. 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 Dramatic change. It's not Russia in this instance. It's about a birthing of a new. Tell me about Secret Service going forward. Thank you. And I keep getting distracted by this again. This beautiful candle that's beautiful native Australian plum. Is it Davidson plum? Desert plum? Can't remember. Beautiful. I'm really going to have to light it, but I don't want to light it. Okay, Secret Service going forward. Relationships, contacts. It's a very, what the Secret Service is this very intense relationship. They have to have this emotional, trustworthy relationship for those that they are working for. You have to be able to trust them. Crossed by the Knight of Cups. So this is the Secret Service going forward. This is about, he's usually a slow knight, but I'm just drawn to the fact that his horse is rearing midstream. He is coming with an offer. He is making an offer, but his horse is rearing midstream. Base. Things are going to be brought to the surface and exposed to the light. There's this mechanism in place that is going to bring things forward to between these pillars of wisdom into the light of the day. At the moment, they are at a crossroads. Do they follow the path into the dark and gloomy copse of trees, or do they follow the light? The Secret Service is at this crossroads at the moment. Crowning the reading. Now this is a positive to crown the reading. This is, it's an ending of what currently is, but it's also about a unity of diversity, of a coming together, of a culmination of something. The immediate future, the Secret Service is going to find itself restricted. Externally, it's going to have to pledge its allegiance again. Internally, there is chaos going on at the moment. Hopes and fears is they're going to need to walk away from what is not working for the Secret Service towards, and this is the illumination, the illuminated path. They're going to have to walk towards, they're going to have to just move on towards what their truth is. Okay, doesn't surprise me. Death, authentic reform, culmination, authentic reform, a new start with hope and faith. Okay, the weeding out of this sabotage, deception, betrayal, this devil energy. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be this infighting, and really, honestly, the Secret Service is going to have to rebuild itself from the ground up. And here on the base, we've got this Empress, the birthing of something new, going back to simplicity, and this, I love this card in this particular deck, the Nine of Cups. It's about sharing, caring, rejoicing together. So, but what I find interesting is the culmination, the death, closure, quite abrupt death, and a rebirth of this new, youthful, vibrant energy. This betrayal, this devil energy. It's going to be difficult, but really the Secret Service is going to have to rebuild itself from the ground up to get rid of the moral corruption. There is going to be some disappointment, but it needs to be this strength. It needs to re-find its strength. So I think there's going to be some really quite, well, I mean, you can't get more dramatic than those three cards appearing together. Dramatic change in the Secret Service. It's going to have to rebuild itself and get rid of this corruption that's in its ranks, and it's not going to be easy. Okay, it went a bit longer than I was hoping to, but thank you for joining me. Love to you all. If you've got any questions or you want me to read on anything, pop them in the comments below or send me an email at meistertarot@gmail.com. And sending out light and love to everybody. Glad to see some positives are happening in the world. Grasp hold of those positives. Observe what is going on. Don't necessarily immerse yourself into it. Look after yourselves. Do what you can, and you are not expected to do any more. So thank you for joining me. Love you all, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.